Good morning students. Welcome to the computer class. In this video, I am going to cover the remaining part of this chapter, organizing data using OpenOffice for Writer. In my previous video, I already covered the half part of this chapter. Now, I am going to cover the remaining half part of this chapter in this video. Okay students, so let's start from the new slide. Okay, so today we have to learn that how can we use the page formatting for setting the pages in our document. Okay, you need to set up the page correctly before printing. It is compulsory to set up the page correctly before printing, because if you not set up your page correctly, the page will not print properly. Okay, you need to look after the page orientation, page margin, page size, column formatting before printing any document. These things you have to keep in your mind while printing any document or preparing any document, that the page orientation, page margin, page size, column formatting all will be checked by yourself before printing any document. Okay? Page orientation. The orientation means the layout position of the paper for printing. In our writer software, two kinds of page orientation are there. First one is portrait mode and second is landscape mode. Okay, in portrait mode, the width of the page is less than the height of the page, and in the landscape mode, the height of the page is less than the width of the page. Next is set page orientation. How can you set the page orientation before printing the document? Okay, so for that, first of all, you have to click on the format menu. The format menu given in the menu toolbar. So what you have to do, you have to click on the format menu, then click on the page option inside the format menu. Then after clicking on the page option, under page tab and choose orientation, portrait or landscape. Okay. So after clicking on the page option, a dialog box will open. In that you have to select the page tab and choose orientation, portrait or landscape. Next is where can you commonly see text arranged in more than one column. So have you seen anywhere text arranged in more than one column? So here are some examples given. In books, in dictionaries, in newspapers, in magazines, newspapers, books, the text is arranged in columns, and that columns are more than one columns. Okay. Or we also know that our timetable is also arranged in more than one column. Now next thing is, how can you divide your text into columns? First you have to select the text. Whatever text of your document you want to set in the columns, you have to select that text. Then after selecting the text, you have to click on format menu. After clicking on the format menu, you have to click on page option. After click on page option, under column tab, you have to choose the number of columns from the drop down list. Okay. Now next is page margin. As you can see in the image, that some blank spaces around the edges of the paper. Okay. You can set the page margins from left, right, top and bottom. So in the given picture, left margin, top margin, right margin and bottom margins are there. Margin are the blank space around the edges of the paper. Okay. Now next is how to set page margins. First you have to click on the format menu. Then you have to click on the page option. Under page tab, margins group is there. From the margin group, you have to change the left, right, top, bottom size of the margin. Okay. Next is page size. Before printing the document, you will have to set the page size of a document, because when you are printing your document, the size of the paper that you are using for the printing will be same as your document size. Okay. There are various sizes for papers on which the printing will be done. You have options A6, A4, letter, legal, B3, B4. Okay. Many more examples are present inside the writer for the page size. These examples are given here for your knowledge purpose. Okay. So how can you set page size? First you have to click on format menu. Then you have to click on the page option. After click on the page option, a dialog box will appear in which you have to select under page tab. You will get an option page format group. Choose the required size of paper. Okay. Next is header and footer. header area is at the top of the page, footer area is at the bottom of the page. The text added in the header or footer area will be repeated across all the pages. So basically we use header and footer because the thing which we put in the header and footer area like text or object, it will repeated across all the pages automatically. Okay. By using header footer in one page, the content of that header footer will repeated on each and every page of your document. You can insert page numbers, chapter names, graphics, etc. So in header and footer, you can insert page numbers, chapter names or graphics like shapes or images, etc. Okay. So this is an example of a header and footer. Okay. Next is how to insert header and footer. Click on format menu from the menu toolbar. After that, click on the page option. After clicking on the page option, you will get a dialog box in which to insert header. Under header tab, you have to check the header on option. Okay. For footer, you have to check the footer on option. Okay. So for the header and for the footer, you have to check the header and footer option under the header tab. Okay. Now simple question is there, that is, among the two documents, which one is more readable and easy to comprehend? Okay. So here two examples are given. From both the examples, you have to think that which document is more easy to read. Okay. Answer is this document is easy to read because this document is properly arranged. Okay. So for arranging the text of the document properly, that it will be easy readable for the viewer, you can use indentation option. Indentation enhances the readability of the text. So the use of indentation is it will enhances the readability of the text. Next is, what is indentation? It is the distance of a line of text or paragraph from either the right or the left margin. So the indentation is the distance of a line of text or paragraph from either the right or the left margin. So we have two options in the indentation: decrease indent and increase indent. Okay. So by using the decrease indent, you can move the text to left margin, and by using the increase indent, you can move the text to right margin. Okay. How can you apply indentation in your document? Step 1, select the paragraph that you want to shift. Step 2, click on decrease indent or increase indent option to increase or decrease the indentation of the paragraph. Next is line spacing. Spacing between the lines of the text in a paragraph is known as line spacing. Here is an example is given of the line spacing. Okay. As you can see, in one paragraph there is more line spacing than the other paragraph. Okay. Next is how to set line spacing. First, you have to click on format menu from the menu toolbar. After that, you have to click on paragraph option. After that, under indents and spacing tab, you will get line spacing group. Select the spacing you want. Okay. So here is the end of the slide. If you have any questions or any doubt, you can ask by contacting me. Thank you.